Hi guys, how you doing? All right, so here we are again. So happy to see you guys. So when you guys hop on, say hello so I can see who's on with me. But I've got something fun, something new for you guys tonight. I have one of the new Valentine's, the winter warm-up transfers here. And it says, all you need is love. Woohoo! So yes, I agree, that's so fun. And what I'm gonna be using is one of our Couture boutique frames. It's a 9x12 frame. And this one here that I'm gonna use has a black frame and a white surface. And it also comes with a white frame and a black surface, so it comes just the opposite. So depending on, you know, what you're wanting to do, we have both options. So here is the black frame and the white surface, okay? And then I opened up another one here so you guys could see this one. And this is the white frame with the black surface, so that way you guys could see the difference. So depending on, you know, what you want your background to look like, you know, the colors you're using, sometimes the black, if you're using lighter colors, is great. If you're using the, you know, real dark colors, sometimes it looks better on the white because they won't show up on the black. So, you know, whatever you think is for that project. Each of these frames are $19.99 on my website, so not too expensive. And what's nice is they are the chalkboard. You don't have to wax this. And if you make a mistake, or if you buy a frame like this, or any of the frames actually, chalkboards, you can spritz it with water and wash it off and do another project for the next season or whatever it is that you're doing. So kind of fun. Also, to remind you that the backs of these have hooks. One is for hooking it straight, one is for hooking it horizontal, so depending on where your project is. So when you start your project, like this one here is this way, I want you to make sure that the hook is in the right position, because I did that one, I think I've told you guys before. I did it upside down. I did my project, and then when I went to hang it up, I was like, oops, and my project was upside down. So just a word of advice. So so things you don't think about until you make the mistake and you're like, oh man. So I try to teach you guys from my mistakes. But you'll do it maybe once and then you'll be like, oh man, she told me not to do that and I did it anyway. So so anyway, I'm gonna actually turn this way so that way we can you guys can watch me as I'm doing it. And I'm just gonna put all you need on the back so I remember which way to put my transfer when I'm done. We're just gonna fuzz this real lightly, just to pick up a little fuzz, little something to protect the transfer with. I know you guys have heard me say that a million times. We do have these nice little fuzzing mats. If you don't have one and you have some chalk products and you want to create a project, you can use your clothing. You can use your jeans, shorts, leggings, kitchen towel, you know, whatever it is that you want to do is totally fine. You know when it's fuzzed right is when you kind of drag the transfer around and you know it's not super sticky and it's not sticking to your surface really hard. So that's a good sign. So I just kind of want to just get this kind of lined up here. I'm gonna move it over just a tad. I'm gonna see if I can switch it this way. That way I can see it just a little bit better. But anyway, how are you guys doing? You guys having a fun day? Anything fun happen? Fun and exciting? Not much here. Just kind of getting back into the groove of things, you know. So, all right, so here is my transfer. You see how I kind of centered that into my project. And then, like you guys have heard me say, just make sure you kind of rub your fingers around the transfer. Make sure all the air bubbles are out. Make sure that if you, sometimes when you lint it, sometimes if you open up the chalk paste over top of the fuzzing mat, it gets the little crumbs. Sometimes those get on the transfer. So you just want to make sure that everything's nice and smooth, no bumps, no bubbles, and then you're ready to go. So, but yeah, I think that's going to be super pretty. And then my hanger is right back here, so it's in the right spot. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of start at the top and work my way down. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to use two different greens. I'm going to use my pesto, which is kind of a, not a bright green, not a light green, it's kind of in the middle, little pesto color. And then I'm also going to use the eucalyptus, so it's a little bit lighter. So I am going to do this leaf pattern, which you can kind of see is here and here and also down here. I'm going to do that in the pesto, and then the other leaves I'm going to do in some of the eucalyptus. And I'm also going to do, these kind of look like little berries here, but I think I was going to do those in gold, just so I could kind of mix it up just a little bit, just to throw a different color in there. So I'm going to take my, my multi-tool, and actually I'm going to use this because there's quite a bit of stuff here in the lid. So I'm just going to use this here, and I'm just going to go ahead and chalk, and as I go I'm going to kind of dry this as I go, so that way I don't have any chance of the paste drying on me. It's been super cold here, and right now I'm like freezing, which is amazing because I'm always so hot, but my feet are cold, so I've got a little heater down here by my feet, so it may dry the paste a little bit quicker than normal. So I'm gonna just kind of do a little bit as I go and see how we do. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and do these real quick. So easy project, just doing a few different colors, and so it shouldn't take long at all to do this. And so you guys let me know how you're liking these videos, because I try to get on here as much as I can and show you guys how to do this kind of stuff, but just kind of want to get some feedback. Am I missing something? Are you guys enjoying the video? What do you guys think? I want your honest opinion, constructive criticism. I know sometimes I get real quiet because I'm kind of concentrating, and I don't in a spot that might be a little more tricky, but I just want to make sure that you guys are doing good and make this fun for everybody, because it's so much fun for me, and I just want you guys to enjoy it and get excited and be inspired to do some projects on your own as well. So just let me know, kind of keep me posted, and I would much appreciate it. I'm gonna peel this back just a little bit now, so that way I can dry this, just these two little spots here. Here we go. I'm gonna bring this over here a little bit because I forgot an extension cord. All my extension cords are still all with my Christmas stuff. So we're slowly starting to get ready to start taking it down. But I haven't done that yet. I like Christmas. Not that I want to leave it up every year. Or all year long, I should say. What do you guys think? Are you like the day after Christmas, everything comes down? My brother does that. I think that's too soon. But do you guys leave it up? Your Christmas stuff, or what do you guys think? Let me know. So I think at least maybe the first week or so of Christmas, after Christmas, you know, New Year's is usually a pretty good time, at least for us. You know, my husband and I were getting a little older, so, you know, it's like we kind of were like talking the other day thinking, maybe we should do things differently. But I like the way we do things, so I'm just trying to see what everybody else is doing. But anyway, I'd be curious to see what you guys think. Do you guys, you know, like to leave them up for a little while? Are you one that likes to leave the lights out all year long? Do you put your stuff away, you know, day after Christmas? Or I know some people will wait till February after the you know, after the year has started. I think that's a little too long. Although, like I said, it's my favorite time of the year. So I never know what time to take it down. It's just like whenever I have time is basically when I do it. So, we'll see. We're probably going to have to start getting things put away this weekend. My oldest daughter, her birthday is January 6th. So when she was a kid, you know, it was important for me to make sure that all of our Christmas stuff was taken down before her birthday. So, because I didn't want to mix her birthday with Christmas. You know, I didn't think that was very fair. So that was just something I've always done. But you guys, most of you guys know she's married now, and she's been out of the house for many years. So I don't have to clean up every year now right after she's here, so because she doesn't live here anymore, so I don't have to worry about it, which I think is kind of cool. But oh yeah, these are turning out really good. Can you guys see the leaves so far? They're looking pretty cute. So, but yeah, now that she's been married now just a little over 4 years, she lives in Roseville, so about 25 minutes from here. So we don't see her very often because she's busy with her life and her husband's life, you know, and all that. But we just do what we can. But yeah, I remember the first year she moved out and when we got married, we were like, woohoo, we can leave the Christmas stuff up for a little while longer. We don't have to put it away by January 6th. So that was always really super nice. But all right, so this is looking good. I think what I'm going to do next is, whoops, hold on, make sure I'm putting this down right. No bubbles, right? No bubbles. And I'm just kind of pressing down the next parts that I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the tulips next, and I think I'm going to do those in the raspberry sorbet, which is this absolutely beautiful, it's like a really hot pink color. Look at how pretty that is. I just love it. So I think this will be super pretty right here. So let's see if we can get this all done here. Yeah, I love these colors, the greens and the pinks, and then we're gonna throw some black in here. I think what I usually typically like to do is when I've got a white surface background, I typically would like to do the wording in black, because then it kind of gives it that little bit of a pop. But and then vice versa, if I had, see, like if I use that other frame I showed you guys earlier, the white background, then for that one I would do white words instead of the black. Then that way the words kind of pop out so you can see them really nicely. But you know, sometimes depending on, you know, if it's Christmas or whatever, sometimes I like to get all the shimmery stuff out. So it just kind of depends, but I think most people like to either see the white or the black wording. It just kind of stands out a little bit more, and it gives you that little extra pop that a lot of people like to have when they're looking at boards and stuff. So let me put this here. I'm going to peel this back just a little bit. Oh yeah, this is turning out really good. Let me just dry this really quick and then I'll lift it up and show you guys. But yeah, I'm changing gears. Got lots of vendor events coming up. Got lots of parties getting ready to go on. Workshops are coming. So if you guys are wanting to find out about my current workshops that I'm scheduling, type in the comments workshops and I will send you the details of my workshops. I'm getting ready to schedule another one for early February. So, and or if you're wanting to do can you guys see that? Super cute. If you guys are wanting to do like maybe a workshop of your own, we can certainly do that. I'll let you guys pick out what you want to do, and then kind of go from there. So let me put this away. And or if you want to host a party online, then we can certainly do that too. For those who are far away, I can do a party via Facebook and invite all your friends to the party, and we just party online. It's a lot of fun. If that's something you'd like to do, it's definitely something doable. Oops, get the right one here. All right, so I'm gonna get my black here. This is the black velvet. Guess I should get some more on my squeegee here. So we're just gonna squeegee this on. And then we're gonna squeegee it off. There we go. I'm gonna come down here. Kind of get my starting spot here. Just don't want to have it run too close to the other stuff so I don't run into it and spread the colors. Although I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do a, see if I can find something that I want to do like what I call a hot mess. So I put a whole bunch of different colors on my transfer and kind of move my squeegee around, yeah, and make a hot mess with all the different colors just to kind of blend them all together. Super fun. So that'll be one of my up and coming projects that we'll do here. But yeah, can you guys see how nice and easy and smooth this is? Just kind of gliding on there really nicely. So I'm just kind of squeegeeing everything on, all the chalk paste, and making sure that all my silk screen's covered. And then I'm just taking the excess off and then just putting it right back into my jar. So super easy. I'm gonna pull this up. Oh, looks like it ran just a little bit. But we can fix it. Probably because it's at the top and I didn't press it down quite all the way. So, but that's okay, that's an easy fix. It's just a little, whoops, my dryer just came out of the plug here. Ugh. There we go. I'm gonna move this down a little bit so that way I can dry this without melting my transfer. So what do you guys think so far? I'm thinking I really like that black, especially with the black frame. Kind of really pulls that black color out really nicely. So once I'm all done, I'll go back, I'll take my little detail tool, and that little spot there where that on the L, where it kind of bled a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and fix that. So here's so far what we've got, and I'm just gonna lay that down here, but right here on this L, right on that side, you can kind of see it just kind of ran just a little bit. Make sure your surface is not hot when you put it back down, so we don't want to melt the transfer. There we go. And then the U and the is right there, I'm going to make those gold. So I think what I'm going to do is use, and this is the shimmer gold. I'm just going to kind of put this right here. I always stand up. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm so short. I always feel like I need to stand on top of things so I can see better. But I'm trying to get in the habit of sitting a little bit more than standing. All right, so let's go down here and get this part here. And one thing to note too is when you're using the shimmers, because the glitter and stuff is in here, you don't want to take off, you don't want to squeegee off too much. You want to leave a little bit, leave it like a little bit thicker. And that's because you want to leave some of that shimmery behind. Otherwise, you'll kind of squeegee it all off. And when you do that, when you pull it back, then it's not as sparkly as it normally is. So, and then when you go to dry it with your dryer, because of the glitter, it will take just a little bit longer to dry. So just know that when you use these in the future, so that way you don't lay it down too quickly, and then all of a sudden it's like, uh-oh, you know what I'm saying? And you lay it down and then it kind of it sticks back down too much, and then you pull it up when you move your transfer. I'm going to move this to the side a little bit so I can get this. Okay, I think we're looking good here, guys. So let's put this here. I'm going to pull this back. Ooh, I like it. It's looking really, 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 really good. Oops. So like I said, this is going to take just a little bit longer to dry, but that's okay. Just take your time. And you know, you guys can always let this air dry too. So if you're doing a project and it was like all one color, and you take the transfer off, you don't have to dry it. It'll air dry on its own. It'll just take a little bit longer. But if it's just something like this where you're doing multiple colors and you need to lay the transfer back down, then I would definitely get like a hair dryer, or we sell the drying tools. I need to get an extension cord. This is driving me crazy. Or let me see if this is dry. Nope, not quite yet. So that way it stops coming out of the wall. But you can use, if you have an embossing tool, you can certainly use that. That one, those get a little bit too hot. So you don't want to hold your drawing tool in one spot, like just let it sit there. You want to keep it moving. Because we found out by accident when my daughter made a welcome sign for her bedroom. She started talking to me and she was just holding the heater in one spot on the board, and the paste bubbled because it kind of got too hot and started to boil, I guess. So just FYI, you don't want that. So just be careful when you're using a heater or, you know, hair dryer or this heater. You just want to kind of keep it moving so that way nothing gets, let me try it with a different finger. Yeah, I think it's dry. You just want to be careful. So, like I said, as I learn things, I'll tell you guys what works, what's been working, what's not working. So, all right, so we are almost done here. We'll use this shimmer golden just a little bit here. I'm gonna put that off to the side. Eucalyptus and the pesto. Okay, we've got all those together. Now, the other one I want to do is I'm going to do these cute little, hello, these cute little flowers down here, and I'm going to use peony. This is our light pink. It's super pretty, and I really like this color. It's really, really pretty on, and it looks great on just about anything. So let's see if I can get this all in the right sections here. So if you guys, when you're learning how to do this, if you don't feel comfortable freehanding the chalk paste, we do have placement tape in the on my website that you guys can get, and if you wanted to put it in some of these areas that are a little bit closer, go for it. It just kind of blocks off those areas that you are chalking so it doesn't spread to a different area. So it's kind of helps you out a little bit. So if you feel nervous and it's like too close, then get your placement tape out and block off those little areas, and then you're good to go. I've done that a lot especially when I was first learning how to do this, because I was like, I did not want to mess up. I was like all freaked out about it. But you know what, guys, especially when you're working on a chalkboard surface like this, if you make a mistake, you know, chalk is water soluble. It'll wash off and you can start again. So don't freak out. It's okay. And usually if it's a big boo-boo and it's on a wood piece or something like that, then there's usually something that you can put there, a flower, a leaf, a plant, something to kind of cover up those areas. And then it's a lot better. So I've done that before. Sometimes I've had to get out some white paint and cover up my boo-boos, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not perfect, so accidents will happen. But on the chalkboards, it just spritz it with some water, take a board eraser and just wipe it off and start again. It's not a big deal. So super fun. All right, let's go to the pesto. Gotta work quick here. Okay. We are coming down to the end. Woohoo! I love it. And it's looking so good, you guys. Okay, so if you are sitting there thinking, I'm gonna kind of pull this up down here. What is placement tape? I am going to show it to you in just a minute. Let's dry this part here so I can go on, keep going. But the placement tape is, let me put it. Oh, here it is. So this is the placement tape right here, guys. It's almost like, what's that tape called that you do when you're stamping? I forget what the tape's called right off the top of my head, but if you have that tape, you can, or you can buy these. I think they're like, I don't know, maybe $2. I don't know, $1 or $2. They're not very expensive at all. You can, nope, not dry yet. Use that and block off your areas that you want to be real careful and not spread your paste on. So that's what we have in the catalog. And what was the other thing we were talking about? I was going to show you, but I can't remember. I'm getting old, guys. The surface wax is back. So those of you who are looking for the surface wax, it is back in the there it goes again. Boy, this is like driving me crazy. All right, let's see if this is dry. There we go. All right, so now let's see if that plug works better. All right, so we're almost done here, guys. And let's see, we got some little flowers here. I forgot about that. Okay, well, let's do the little, the eucalyptus leaves here. Let's get these done really fast. These will just take a second to do. There we go. And always know that if you are working on a bigger project like this one, you can turn your project to whatever direction that you feel comfortable with. Some of us are righties and some of us are lefties. So whichever way works good for you is totally fine. You don't have to keep it all stationary in one spot. You can move it around. I haven't used pesto in a long time. I just absolutely love this color. So pretty. But now they've come out with all these other green colors, and it makes it, kind of gives it that that depth and that variation, and I really like it. But I have always liked the pesto for leaves and stuff because I've always thought that the meadow, it's pretty, to me it's pretty bright, a bright green, like a Christmassy green, which I'm not opposed to it, but I just think for leaves, I just kind of want to tone them down a little bit. So, okay, so there's that. And I want to put a little bit of gold, whoops. Right down here. There's that. And then, you know what? I think I'm gonna, no, I'm not. I'm gonna go ahead and use the raspberry again. Oops. And I'm gonna put this here just really quickly, and then we will be done. And I will take pictures of the projects and post them too, so you guys can see the finished project. Because, you know, sometimes I'm not real good at it, but sometimes I like to put ribbons and bows and stuff on there. I'm trying to get better at it. I learned, I had to watch YouTube to learn how to do the bows. And the bows that I've done, they've turned out pretty good, if I do say so myself. But yeah, I'm getting there. But sometimes it's hard enough trying to get this done, let alone having to that one bled a little bit, shoot. But that's okay, I can fix it. Let me fix this here real quick where I touched it. There we go. All right, I take this off, and I'm not sure what oh, here it is. I'm gonna put this back down on the paper here. There we go. And here's our finished project. What do you guys think? I think that looks cute. Super cute. So I'm gonna let this dry, and then I'll take some pictures and post it for you guys, and then I'm gonna fix a couple little spots where it kind of bled a little bit, and then we'll be all good. But I think that turned out really well. So all we need is love. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys later, okay? Have a good one. Bye-bye.